When's the last time you stepped foot inside your neighborhood library? Emily Waltenbaugh is one of the friendly faces you might see when you visit, and she's about to blow away our old misconceptions about what we'll find. Welcome to A Word on Words.
Thanks.
Okay, I have to ask you, have you seen the Tumblr, I work at a public library?
I have.
Okay, I love the stories about the actual things that happen out in the library during the day. Do you have anything like that? Any interesting folks?
We've got a lot of interesting stories, but we'll just say that every patron interaction is our favorite.
That's good. That's safe. I like that. Did you see the bloggess's Jenny Lawson's love letter to libraries recently?
I did.
Any favorite sentiments there?
I copied a quote to give to you, but it was like 2 paragraphs because the whole entry was just so beautiful. I love her. She's actually coming to the main library this fall, and I'm thrilled to talk to her about that love letter.
Yeah, I love hearing from people who are contemporary adults who are in and out of libraries all the time and kind of helping us dispel the idea that libraries are for old people or that libraries aren't around anymore.
Right.
And I have a couple friends who are librarians, and they seem to be very educated people. What kind of background, educational background, do those folks have?
Well, a librarian at minimum has a master's in library and information science. Mm-hmm. So that's a bachelor's plus a master's. And then many of our librarians have additional master's degrees, or they come to librarianship as a second career. So we've got people with backgrounds in music and technology and art and history and filmmaking. So we have just an astonishing amount of talent and backgrounds.
I've been reading a lot lately about maker spaces. Mm-hmm. Sometimes they're called other things, but it's this idea of where you have a space that has overlapping technology and artistic resources where people can come and create. And I had no idea that that was something that was happening in libraries. Can you tell me a little about that?
The makerspace movement is huge in libraries and all over the country really, but Nashville Public Library has Studio NPL, and you can come and 3D print models, you can build robotics, you can animate an LED circuit, you can design and make clothing, you can produce music tracks.
You can design and make clothing in the library?
Yes, we had Amanda Valentine from Project Runway at the library the other day, helping young fashion designers create designs.
What is NPL Anytime Vending?
Okay, well they're vending machines, but we have some libraries with areas that we don't have to close off at night, like vestibules or little mini lobbies. And they're machines where you can check out DVDs, books, CDs, just through a vending machine with your library card.
So there is such a thing as a book vending machine?
Yes.
My dream has come true.
Yes, it's true.
So
we have iPad vending machines too inside the library. You can't do that at night when we're closed.
So libraries are hyper-local because they're located in different parts of communities. And one of the things that I was reading about is that genealogy research is something that people very often will come into a library to do.
Yes.
Can you think of a time you've helped somebody doing that, or someone's come in to do that sort of research?
Yes, we have a large genealogy department and the Metro Archives as well. So we've helped people find their great-grandfather's will, or where their great-grandparents lived in a city directory. We've helped one woman verify how many spouses her fiance had prior.
Oh!
And then we even have things like on the hyperlocal level, yearbooks from high schools in the area that go back, 90 years. So
very cool. Okay, so it's almost like a little private detective work
kind
going on in the library.
You get a lot of detective work done in the library.
What do you say to the misperception that nobody needs libraries anymore because everything's on the internet?
Well, one, we're on the internet. We've adapted to. We have so many streaming and downloadable resources, books, ebooks, movies, music, learning a new language, second language software. And then second, we're more than just buildings with books inside them. We're community hubs. And so while you can get all of these things online, and you can get them online from us too, we also offer services and programs and yoga and seeds and all kinds of things that you can't get through a computer.
Right. Well, and I've found, I have children who are getting a little bit older and think they know their way around the internet. One of the things I find is there may be things that are in the internet somewhere, but it's hard to know how to get to them. And it's hard to know what information you can trust and what's reliable. So do you all help people kind of learn how to find things online?
We do. We have public technology assistance, and that involves helping everybody with things from just logging onto the computer to how to do proper research, what are good databases to start with, and for the information you're looking for. So we do have that's a lot of our job now.
Are there any sort of quasi-social resources that you offer to folks who come in who maybe are dealing with homelessness or mental illness or things like that?
We do. I think this is a problem that most urban libraries face, and so we have a social worker from Middle Tennessee Mental Health Cooperative come once a week.
Really?
It takes walk-in appointments all day, once a week. We have we're part of the city's task force on homelessness, and we're a big sponsor of the Contributor and the Contributor's homeless resource guide, I think it's called. And then we also offer resources to people, new immigrants, people new to Nashville and new to the country. We have the New Americans Corner, and that's resources for citizenship, pathways to citizenship.
That is really, really neat. I had to take a test the other day. My 7th grader is learning his U.S. history.
How'd you do on it?
I did okay. I did finish the test. There were some things I was not sure about. I had to call out to my husband in the other room. He was a history major. But that is really, really cool, because I wondered as I was taking that citizenship test, where would I have learned this stuff if I didn't have somebody in the other room telling it to me? So that's very, very cool. What sort of services and resources do you have that might especially appeal to kids and teens?
For younger kids, we have story times, crafts, puppet shows. We have people come and do magic shows and mad science experiments. For teens, we have our maker spaces where they can make and create and learn and under mentors. And we have spoken word poetry is a big hit right now, karaoke.
What are some of the biggest misperceptions about libraries, librarians, people who work in libraries? I know one of mine was that they all smell like dusty books. And I'm smelling no dusty books right now.
Well, we do weed our books periodically, so most of the books aren't old enough to be dusty. But I think my favorite misperception is the granny peering over her glasses from the desk and shushing everybody. You can be loud in the library. We have lots of loud things going on all the time. It's a pretty bustling place a lot of the time. We have CNN on in the corner, and we have concerts going on. So it's loud, it's vibrant. You don't have to be shushed, and you don't have to be quiet.
It certainly, just looking around, seems to be a much more alive place than I remember. And when we were little, libraries were just books. So
and
it's different.
We do maintain quiet spaces to read and study, but for the most part, libraries are pretty active and noisy.
Okay, you want to play a game?
Sure.
Okay, we're going to play What Can I Do in the Library? And we're going to keep going as long as the answer is yes.
Okay.
And when we get to a no, the game is over.
Okay.
Can I eat in the library?
Yes.
Can I meditate in the library?
Yes, we have meditation classes.
Can I do yoga in the library?
Yes, we have yoga at many branches.
Can I dance in the library?
Yeah, if you want to. We do have concerts. That would probably be the best place to dance.
Can I make a robot in the library?
You can, in the studio spaces.
Can I pretend to be a robot in the library?
Sure, if that's what you're into. Okay.
Can I write music in the library?
Yes.
And can I produce that music
Yes,
in
you
the
can
library?
produce it, you can perform it.
Can I learn about 3D printing in the library?
Yes. I don't know how to do it yet, but you can.
If I love Shakespeare and I want to perform Shakespeare, can I do it in the library?
Yes, we have Shakespeare Aloud, and you can perform and interact with your favorite Shakespeare play.
You mentioned technology earlier. Can I bring my mom here, and can you guys show her how to use her iPad?
Yes, that's some of our most popular classes are older learners acquainting themselves with new technology.
Okay. Could somebody do job search in the library?
Yes, we have specific job search classes, but we can help you outside of those classes as well.
Can I get seeds for my garden in the library?
You can get seeds, and then we can show you how to plant those seeds. We can show you how to make them grow.
Very cool. Okay, I'm trying to stump you. Can I ice skate in the library?
No, I don't think you can ice skate.
I can ice skate anyway. What do you wish people knew about libraries today?
I think anybody who thinks of a library as a room full of books would be surprised to know that we also provide technology to people. We teach it how to use it. We provide a place for the community to come together, and we provide resources for that community. And I think that it's so much more exciting. We still have lots of books, and we still check out a lot of books, but there's so much more to libraries than books.
So I am a writer. Among my many jobs, I am a writer. And one of the things I have a really hard time finding is a quiet place where no one will bother me, where I can work. And I know you've just said there's a lot happening in the library, but are there good workspaces where somebody can bring a laptop, get online, kind of have a little quasi-office for a little while?
Yes, there's study rooms, meeting rooms. They're all reservable for no fee, and that's where I would hole up if I wanted some quiet.
Okay, no fee, and then Wi-Fi?
Yes, all the branches have Wi-Fi.
So that's better than Starbucks. I will not go and
Yes.
spend my money on coffee. I don't need to be drinking.
We do have coffee in some of our libraries too.
What would you have me say to my children if I want them to go with me for the day? I need to get some work done. I want them to come with me to the library, and I don't want them going, oh, I don't want to go, it's like school. What do I need to tell my kids?
Well, I always bribe mine for good behavior. So if you sit here while I get my work done, we'll see a puppet show. We'll check out tablets. We have tablets that check out to children now.
Screen time.
Yes, screen time later, but we can listen to music.
Right.
We can explore. We can do crafts. Go take them to a program, and our children's areas are amazing too. And the teen spaces,
Yeah. Do you see a lot of moms and dads and sitters reading to kids in the library?
Yes, and so our story times are fun and interactive, but they also sort of get parents comfortable with how to read aloud to their kids, because if you haven't done that before, it can feel kind of awkward, or you don't know how expressive to be, but it's great for the parents to sort of watch that and model it, and it's great for the kids to hear stories.
Access to technology makes a huge difference in people's lives, and not everybody has the same access to everything. Can you tell me a little bit about how the library is evolving as an institution that can empower people in that way? You were telling me earlier about a program with tablets that people can check out.
Yes, adults can check out tablets and laptops inside the branch, but children get to actually take them home. We just launched a program called Launchpad, and they're little tablets preloaded with educational apps, so you know what you're getting. You don't have to worry about what your kids are playing. And your child will create an avatar. The tablet will track their progress while they've checked the tablet out, and then you as a parent can look at the tablet and see, oh, my child really likes the math games or the games involving shapes, and you can sort of see how they've progressed over the course of their checkout period.
So it really seems as though libraries, I thought this interview was going to go like this. Libraries are starting to catch up to the modern world, and there's a lot they have to offer.
I feel like we're really at the forefront, and we are trying to bring the technology to people who wouldn't have it otherwise. And so I think in that respect, we're definitely at the forefront.
One of the awesome things that libraries do for their communities is bring authors in to meet readers and serve as a hub where readers and writers can get together. Talk to me a little bit about how that has evolved and what that does for a community, how that changes people's lives.
Even though the face of the library has evolved and we've changed to provide technology and classes and yoga and seeds, at our heart we still want people to read. We still provide reading and books to people. And one way to augment those books is to bring in the people who wrote them. It's the most incredible feeling to have your favorite book and meet the author of that book. And it just makes everything so much more whole and well-rounded and real when you can do that.
And for a bookworm, it's a celebrity experience to meet the person
who wrote the book. It's a rock star, yeah.
Emily, thanks for joining us.
My pleasure, thank you.
And thanks for watching A Word on Words. I'm Mary Laura Philpott. Keep reading.